find anything on this on the web. It's an inductance and capacitance meter that had a couple of bits missing. This particularly, I had to steal off another amp. Couple of things to watch out for. This is based on the Atmega 8L, which is a very capable processor. There's a little wire resistor here for setting the voltage of the unit for its calibration. So you've got 3.16. You have to put a meter on these TP test points here, and then turn this to get 3.16 volts, because there's no documentation with this thing. So apart from a couple of missing bits, typical sort of Chinese half-baked, almost really good but not quite. You can see the LCD screen doesn't fit flush in the female header there because it sits on top of the 9 to 12 volt plug input. And your 10K pot here is the contrast pot for these 1602 LCD screens. So obviously if that's not set right and you can't see anything, that's probably a reason, because that's what happened to me. What else was there? A couple of things. Oh yeah, there was a missing 10 Henry inductor, which I happen to have, fortunately, but I've lost the paper, so I didn't know what the value was, and of course I hadn't built it, so couldn't use this to tell me. So I had to take a guess. It was the smallest one. Anyway, upshot of it is a really good little unit. It's accurate. Really, you want crocodile clips with it. You've got capacitance and resistance combined there, common in the middle, and for testing capacitance on this side. So to test an inductor, this one, you can see you can just hold it. It's got a test frequency, comes up at 10.1 millihenry. At the other end of the scale, a smaller one, faff about with it. Can't bloody see what I'm doing. .90 microhenry. And then if you want to test a capacitor, this is a 1000 microfarad capacitor. So you go on this side, you move through the different tests with the little switch here. So you've got less than 500 microfarads and greater than. And then move on to the CE side. It doesn't matter, polarity isn't an icue, because obviously it's using frequency to find out. And this says 1086 microfarad out of 1000 microfarad that's on it. This one I believe is 100. So for this one you'd go to the next one, have to go around again, less than 500 microfarad, because this is a 100 I think, and it says 114. So 13%, not too bad at all. So a very handy little capable unit. Obviously you don't get the power supply with it, you have to, a 9 to 12 volt power supply DC. But those are the things to watch out for. Missing parts and no documentation.